48-kilometer section of Abakaliki to Enugu Road, 15.5-kilometer Amasiri-Okposi Uburu Road, 25-kilometer Agbajanwofe Road, 10-kilometer of Mpu Uburu Okposi Road, 35-kilometer Obiozara Onitsha Oshiri to Onweke Road, 25-kilometer Amasiri Okposi to Uburu Road, 16-kilometer Nkalago Road, 18.8-kilometer Ikwo Road, 14.5-kilometer Abakaliki Afikpo Road, 30-kilometer of Amasiri Nguzu Road, 35-kilometer of Ntezi Isu Road, 25-kilometer Abomege Okawo Ubulangu Okposi Road, 15-kilometer Ezan North Road, 10.5-kilometer of Ukwachi Road, 10-kilometer of Township Epsu Road, 5.8-kilometer Ikwo Rice Mill Road, 15-kilometer Uburu Ring Road, 8-kilometer dualization of Afikpo Township Road, 7-kilometer of dualization of Piripiri Road, 10-kilometer of Uburu Internal Road, 15.5-kilometer of Akeze Ishagu Road, 10.5-kilometer of Agba Isu Road, 30-kilometer of Ezambo Effiam Road, 300-kilometer of rehabilitated Township Road, 6-kilometer Onweke Township Road. We are constructing building material industrial cluster at Ezambo in the north. We are constructing industrial cluster for shoe making, textile making, manufacturing and production in Ishielu local government area in the central zone. We are developing 200 hectares of agricultural production cluster in the south. We have created 3 mineral buying centers in the state. Water and power supply are attracting huge attention under our administration. We have taken bold steps to rehabilitate the Izulo water scheme, repair and rehabilitate the Oferekbe water scheme, procure quality water pumps for Okawo and Izulo water treatment plants to enhance efficiency of the treatment plant. Construction of Ikwo and Uburu water are ongoing. By the time we are through, water-related businesses will be created. 10.2 Agriculture. Agriculture is the mainstay of our economy and has the propensity to provide employment and wealth creation to majority of both skilled and unskilled population of our state. We have introduced entrepreneurship activities in agriculture in primary, secondary, and tertiary productions value chain. Our target is to encourage agribusiness. We started by making farming compulsory for all public and civil servants, and we had to declare 1 man 1 hectare program to all elected and appointed people, including civil servants. This made Ebonyi State to emerge as one of the 3 largest producers of rice in Nigeria. We profiled over 53,000 farmers on rice production in 2016, and since then, we have continued to increase the zeal of rice farmers, and we gave them improved rice seedlings and other inputs, including soft loans. We launched mechanization of agriculture, wherein many modern farm implements such as tractors, threshers, tillers were procured and given to farmers. We already have a history of being a state with the biggest rice milling clusters in Africa, so we had to increase the tempo by rehabilitating 3 number 5 metric tons per hour capacity modern rice mill. We procured equipment and installed 3 number 3 metric tons per hour capacity per boiling plant to operate side by side with the rice mills located in each of the 3 senatorial zones of the state. This has increased activities in the rice value chain. In 2020, every local government area shall have a modern rice mill. Cassava is next priority crop in Ebonyi State. Apart from introducing hybrid vitamin A and C cassava stems, our administration procured for farmers 4 numbers 5-ton per hour cassava processing machines, including the machine for cassava starch and flour. We have raised off-takers in the value chain of cassava produced from different communities of the state and other priority crops of the state. The state government, under my watch, saw the need to rehabilitate the existing fertilizer company in the state and set it to provide the fertilizer needs of the state in all farming activities. The plant, which produces NPK of all types, the plant has 40 MT per hour capacity. 10.3 Environment. Government also brought waste to wealth policy that makes agricultural waste to be useful. The pulverization plant was installed 200 MT per day, the first government to venture into resource recovery from waste to wealth, and this is the biggest in the Southeast. The plant recycles other agricultural byproducts and waste, and thus helps in the cleanliness of our environment and creates jobs for the peasant farmers and other peasant businessmen and women. The plant recycles all the agricultural byproducts and waste, and thus helps in the cleanliness of our environment and creates jobs for the peasant farmers and other peasant businessmen and women. 10.4 Security. Introduction of smart city in the Abakaliki metropolis, where CCTV is mounted at strategic junctions to monitor road users and track criminals to their hiding place. Constructed the internal roads of the headquarters of the Police Command, the Army, the National Youth Service Corps, the Civil Defense, to give them the comfort required to discharge their duties. Recruitment of over 400 neighborhood watch into the security architecture of the state and are paid monthly. Constitution of Farmers Herders Committee and organizing regular interface with them to ensure that they live in peace. Procured and distributed over 100 Hilux Jeep to security outfits in the state, including the Neighborhood Watch and Forest Guards. 10.5 Education. We believe that education drives diversification. Our policy is targeted at raising the quality of education through training of teachers, provision of necessary facilities that will enhance education, such as good learning environment, free and compulsory education of senior secondary school, an introduction of school agricultural program to enhance interest in modern agriculture. This policy also powers the school feeding program introduced by the federal government in the primary schools. Our administration also introduced special schools, namely vocational school, gifted children education, vocational school for agriculture, and adult schools. Vocational school is available as full-time and part-time program for talented artisans, technicians, craftsmen, and young youth who have passion for vocational program but require formal training to be qualified to go into vocational businesses. The vocational school shall not only give certificates to the school leaver, it will also provide such persons for numerous state and federal government enrollment programs, including the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and Bank of Industry, BOI. We are targeting that not less than 30,000 beneficiaries of this vocational education will be empowered fully before the end of 2023. The gifted education is available to children who are exceptional in academic performance, selected on equality basis across the local government areas. Selection of these children is by a competitive selection process in which the best in class performance is selected per ward. Government shall take care of all the cost of training of the gifted children from the point of entry to the point of graduation. They will be placed under good nutrition. It is a school for future leaders of the state. The teachers for the school are selected through examination process. Vocational School Agriculture is a school program for our farmers, civil servants, and those who have interest in agriculture but lack the requisite qualification and experience. Mass literacy program is available for men and women who did not have opportunity of formal education. We are presently pursuing a program of out-of-school children with World Bank. By 2020, no Ebonyi child will be out of school. By November 2019, we are injecting fresh 7.6 billion to school building, ICT, school agri program. Under our administration, quality of education improved tremendously. We are no longer among the educationally less privileged. Ebonyi now occupies the 10th position in the WAEC and NECO performance since 2015 to date. But we want to be number one. According to NUC Performance Index, a local government area in Ebonyi State came first among the 774 local government areas in Nigeria in terms of total number of students admitted in the various universities in 2017. The local government area, which produced the highest number of students who got admission to study medicine and surgery in Nigerian universities, is said to be one of the local government areas in our state. This means that in future, education will add impetus to our economic development agenda. Note that under education and human capital development, we emphasize training and retraining of entrepreneurs, technicians, craftsmen, farmers on business management, agricultural best practice, mentorship program for the youths and women. We have program for the vulnerable. We introduced reward system to encourage hard work, excellence, and integrity. We have a principle that every person should have a second address, including the civil servants and politicians, training on ICT, professional discipline. We have a stimulus development project. 10.6 Empowerment and Human Capital Development. Note that under empowerment and human capital development, we emphasize training and retraining of entrepreneurs, technicians, craftsmen, farmers on business management, agricultural best practice, mentorship program for the youths and women. We have program for the vulnerable. 10.7 Entrepreneurship and Industrialization. The state government, in its bid to empower the citizenry and raise their per capita income, introduced many micro, small, medium, and large-scale enterprises and vocational programs for the people of the state. The state government has a comprehensive action plan to develop the youths, women, farmers, public servants, entrepreneurs, artists, technicians, not only financially, but also mentally and morally, to have something doing so as to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, thus promote self-sufficiency and self-reliance among the people. This is why the state government profiled 3,000 youths and women living in Ebonyi State, trained and empowered them with a total of 750 million naira grant to go into businesses of their choice. Government introduced Street to Skill Empowerment Program for Ebonyi indigenes who are hawking in the streets of Lagos and major cities of the country, and empowered the first batch of 520 youths and women drawn on equality of local government areas with 130 million naira. Over 53,000 farmers are given government loan and input to go into farming on yearly basis. Since 2015, we have given to farmers and civil servants aid to farm in the sum of 12 billion. Our target is that with average of 250,000 naira soft loan to each farmer, and with the introduction of dry season farming, which makes for 2 farming seasons in a year. The farmers are cruising home with not less than 500,000 profit per annum under the one man, 1 hectare policy of Ebonyi State government. The widows in Ebonyi are not left out in the empowerment schemes, as 4,300 poorest of the poor widows were profiled, trained on business management, and empowered with 400 million 300,000 naira grant to assist them to go into agribusiness. Government trained and empowered 5,008 pastors and clergy with a sum of 500 million 800,000 naira for them to have a second address through 10.9 Health and Hygiene. We have developed a primary health care system and made it accessible to the rural population. We renovated 13 general hospitals and 171 primary health centers, including the College of Medicine. We have contributed in the development of the general hospital system for each of the local government areas. We have built the biggest Lassa fever and virology center. 10.09 Power. Power is very key to the development of a young state. We are mindful that is why we pursue power generation to support our infrastructure. We do this with the mindset of oil being history in the very near future. Presently, we run over 70 generators of capacities between 150 kVA to 500 kVA to power our street light and public facilities in our capital city on our 13 local government areas. We have, however, completed the installation of 10 numbers of 100 kVA solar plants to replace some of the generators and also to assist some of our general hospitals. We are exploring the opportunities in greater capacities of solar energy and hydropower to drive our economy. We, however, have entered into major partnership with TCN, which has guaranteed 60% of steady power daily in our state. We are presently pursuing 30 kVA solar plants in each of our 140 communities, especially to marketplaces